Good day, everyone. For the purpose of registering my video series of push-ups, my name is Vincent. I've been a paramedic in the Vancouver region for the past 36 years. Thank you, Zoe Johnson and Rob Rabby, for nominating me for this challenge. The 22 push-up challenge is very similar to the ice bucket challenge. I have been nominated to face up for a challenge of 22 push-ups per day for 22 consecutive days. The number 22 represents the 22 servicemen who commit suicide each day in the U.S. There are significant numbers in Canada also. Military personnel and first responders are nominating each other in order to spread awareness about post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. The goal is to reach 22 million push-ups and have them displayed on social media while achieving more of an understanding in regards to this serious issue. Victims, families, and friends all need to be aware of the signs and symptoms of PTSD. I have had many co-workers and friends affected. They are struggling every day because of this disorder. I've had a number of friends and co-workers who have committed suicide. Due to the number of my friends who have been directly affected from this illness, I have decided to accept this challenge. The 22 video segments are in honor of these people. It has been roughly 35 years since my last push-up. Purposely, I have not practiced this task part of this video series. I want to show a genuine hardship along with improvement due to the support of others. This struggle and pain that I will be feeling will not even be a fraction of what my co-workers and friends feel or have felt, unfortunately. There is a message behind my video segments throughout the 22 days. If you feel that you are struggling with the signs and symptoms of this disorder, please call out for help. Please seek the support from others. There are a number of different avenues. Today I'm honored to have Chris from Sailor Jack's Gym at Twin Rinks in Langley Township. And Chris is like a personal coach in the gym here, and I figured that this would be a good way to show us all how to do a proper push-up. And it just reminds us about having a healthy living. You know, you have a healthy body, you have a healthy mind if you look after yourself with the proper diets and the proper exercise. I have opened up one of my weaknesses in regards to physical strength in order to demonstrate the need of support and exercise when you are struggling. There is no better way for me today but to complete my next set of 22 push-ups with my very own personal trainer. Thank you for your support, Chris. Welcome. Working as a paramedic is one part of a very large team in emergency services. All members of this team in the emergency service family witness the ending results of horrible tragedies. There are soldiers and first responders that have struggles dealing with these at times and need the support from others. There should never be any kind of stigma with this issue. It is sad that so many suffer in silence with PTSD and feel that suicide is the only way out. Speak out, while hopefully others are listening up. We need to be there for each other in order to prevent further tragedy and the ever-increasing numbers affected. Thank you for your time towards our soldiers and first responders' well-being. So we'll let you take the floor here, Chris, and show us all how you do a proper push-up.
Okay.
It looks like there's quite a bit to it, actually.
All right, first of all, I just want to thank you, Vince, for your service as a paramedic, and I want to thank you for taking on the 22 push-up challenge and doing such an outstanding job of reaching out to the first responder community and bringing this to hopefully a wide audience and bringing it to their attention as well. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about push-up form and a couple of regressions and progressions that should hopefully help those among you in the audience who can't do a full push-up as of yet. So hopefully these modifications will help you to be able to not only be able to perform a push-up, but hopefully, if called upon, be able to perform or participate in the 22 push-up challenge. So without further ado, first progression or regression rather, that I'm sure the majority of you in the audience are familiar with is the modified push-up, what's often commonly mislabeled as a female push-up. Push-ups do not have a gender or a bias, so we want to get that term out there right now. We want to correct that habit. It is a modified push-up. So we're going to drop down to our knees here. We're going to spread our fingers nice and wide. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and use the muscles in our back. The habit that most people have is that they point their toes in the back of their body there. They don't develop ground contact through pushing into the balls of their feet. So now, by getting my toes under me, I have the ability to create a plank in my entire body. So now I can use the muscles in my core, along in my stomach as well as in my back. So I'm going to think about pulling the ground towards my chest as I lower down, and then pushing the ground away from my body. So again, I'm pulling the ground actively towards my chest, and then pushing the earth away. So that's probably a regression that the majority of you in the viewership are quite familiar with. So what happens if even a modified push-up isn't something that you can perform? Well, instead of thinking about lowering your chest to the ground, what about if we change your leverage positions and bring the ground to you? So along that line, what we have here is a bench. So now we're bringing the ground to us. We're going to set our hands onto the bench. Again, weight on the balls of the feet, weight on the hands. And again, in a slow, controlled fashion, we're going to pull our chest down to the bench, exhale, push back up, throwing the bench away from our body. So we inhale, pull down, exhale, throw the bench away from our body. That's probably the next progression that I would go to from the modified position. Then we can get into a series of progressions from our actual push-up. And what we have here are just different bench press boards that we use for our bench pressing. And again, this is a way for us to bring the ground to our chest in order to improve our strength throughout specific ranges of motion in our push-up. So we're just going to set our hands up within the framework of our shoulders. Again, spreading the fingers nice and wide, stepping back, getting weight onto the balls of the feet, using our back, and then once again, pulling our chest down to the board, exhaling, pushing back up rather, into that lockout position. Once we feel like we have adequate strength through that range of motion, we then progress to our next series, which is 2 boards, lowering the chest down, again, exhaling, pushing back up, inhale, lower down, exhale, push back up, until finally we reach our ultimate goal, which is a full push-up, chest to ground, inhaling, exhaling, pushing back up. What you can also do is work your strength through each one of those ranges of motion. I can progress from going from 3 boards to 2 boards to finally no boards and work my way back up as a way of progressing my strength and challenging my strength in each one of those positions. So which variation of the push-up you choose to incorporate should be based on your own level. And again, should this challenge float your way, hopefully these modifications that I brought to you today will serve you in completing the 22 push-up challenge. Again, I want to thank you on behalf of Sailor Jack's Barbell Garage for allowing us to participate in this challenge, and I wish you all the best of luck. Let's band together and fight against post-traumatic stress disorder.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
So I guess it's time for me to
Hit the push-ups?
under your watchful eye, so I maybe try the one in the middle or try the easiest one now?
I would just go with the 3 board because
Sure, yeah.
you've been doing them consistently now for the last 20 days. So let's give your body the opportunity to recover a little bit. We'll just go with the 3 board variation here.
Okay.
So again, spreading the fingers nice and wide, weight between the balls of the feet and the hands. We want to use the back and pull our chest down to the boards, inhaling, and then exhale, pushing back up, okay? Good, okay? So let's bring the hips down and touch.
Okay, let's start counting.
Good. That's 3. Okay. 4. Drop the hips. There you go. There you go. 5. Exhale as you push back up. 6. Good. 7. 8. Good. 9. 10. Think more of a roll. Pull the chest down to the boards. Good. 12. Good. 13. Inhale. Exhale. Push. 14. 15. 16, all the way down to the board, all the way back up. 17, you're doing great. Hang in there, Vincent. 20, 2 more. 21, good. Pull all the way down, push all the way back up. 22, good. Excellent. Excellent job.
Yeah, you know, this takes a little more effort, but you don't do it perfectly, eh?
Yep.
Anyway, thanks very much, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thanks everybody out there for your support and watching us. And we'll see you tomorrow for the next segment. Have a nice day.